Hey guys, it's Shauna. So today I wanted to talk about chakras. So, what the frick is a chakra? Um, you may have heard this term, you may not have. They're becoming more popular. Anything New Age, yoga, um, like anything where someone's talking about like energy or like lots of New Agey kind of stuff. Like you might see. Um, Stuff on like shirts or like artwork or books even. So it's something that I wanted to talk about today because it is becoming a little more mainstream. And chakras I've been interested in even before I started teaching yoga. I just found them kind of fascinating. And I've learned a lot about them, but I feel like there's such a complex topic, just like so many things. The more I feel like I learn about them, the more I feel like I don't know. But I wanted to kind of like just talk about them today and kind of like, in my opinion, what I understand them to be. So you're probably wondering like, what the frick is it, Shauna? So yeah, so chakras are um, basically they're typically described as energy centers within our body, and I liken it kind of to something like our nervous system. Like, we can't see our nervous system, but it's something that affects us, right? Um, we can't see feelings that we have. We can't see, like, an emotion, but it's something that affects us, right? So it's kind of like this weird thing. So, anyways, so chakras are said to be related to. There's typically seven of them in the Western ideology. There's again many different lines of thinking, but basically there's seven, and they rule over different parts of your body, up and down your spine. And I like to think of them as kind of like energetic transformers. They're kind of like a communication system between our mind and our emotions and our physical body. So, what does that mean? That means like when there's something going on with us mentally, emotionally, maybe even spiritually, that either event or that thought process or that repetitive emotion will in some way, especially if it's very repetitive, it will in some way manifest in our physical body. So this is very like complex. It's not always like clean cut, It's not black and white. Just because like as people, we're not black and white. That's not how the world works. But to give you an example, let's say, like this is a very classic example. So one of the chakras is located in the throat, and that chakra rules over communication, expressing communication, and then also like listening as well. So if there is something that you really, really want to say, whether it's to a person or just like expressing yourself in general, like if you, let's say your spouse is doing something that really bothers you, but you don't say anything because like you don't want to wreck the boat, you don't want to piss them off, or it's just like easier to not say anything. At some point in time, you might start to like have issues with your throat. So that could be like getting a sore throat. That could be getting strep throat. That could be just even like feeling like you have a little like frog, like or like a dry throat or something like that. So like that's a very like typical example, but again, like there's many different ways that the chakras will be a communication system to us. And I'm going to go through and do a series on each individual chakra. So I'm going to make a video on each one and kind of explain like what it's about and how you can kind of like get a sense for how that chakra would communicate to you. But bottom line summary is like they're meant to be a tool for us. They're meant to show us like, hey, like you need to pay attention to this, or this thing that you're doing or not doing um, is not healthy for you. Because if we're constantly doing something like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whether it's a lifestyle, like not eating healthy, or not having healthy communication in our relationships, like not treating people properly, or um, even just like not having something in our life that we enjoy, those things are all going to manifest in your body in some way as an illness or pain. So I know that's like kind of out there stuff, but I wanted to kind of just like start talking about this because it's something that I really believe in a lot. And again, like I don't think it's clear cut. I think that we're all so unique and so complex, and our bodies are so complex, and as our minds are as well. So, but I feel like it's something that really deserves our attention. If we want to just, be happy, be like awesome people in this world, if we want to take care of ourselves, if we want to take care of our family and our children and each other, I feel like it's important to pay attention to the things that we're doing. So, anyways, that is what a chakra is. I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm going to be doing a video series on each individual chakra and what it's about and how to like kind of work with it if you notice like that you have certain things coming up in this area. So that'll be like yoga poses, and that'll be other more contemplative kind of practices like, like journaling or meditation and that kind of thing. But I want to make it it's going to be very like practical. So you'll be able to like do this yoga pose or do this physical activity. So yeah. So if this was helpful, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. If there's something else that you want me to talk about related to chakras, let me know. Otherwise, that's all for now, and I hope you guys have a really awesome day. Thanks for watching. Namaste.